Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So today I want to talk about rumors, camera rumors. Let's talk about the A7IV. So the second half of this year has been crazy in terms of camera announcements. And today I want to talk about the Sony A7IV. Recently, the Sony A7III was released, which was a killer of a camera, as well as the cinema camera, the Sony FX6. And a few weeks ago, we heard some rumors over at Sony Alpha Rumors about the A7IV. It won't be coming out this year. It won't be coming out at the beginning of next year. They say that it'll be here around second quarter, but most likely on the third quarter. So I've been shooting on the Sony A7III the last few years, and I really like this camera. It's great for video. You're able to shoot in S-Log and HLG. It has a 24 megapixel sensor. It's great for photos. So it's just the best all-around camera if you're a hybrid shooter. Many times I'm in a position where if I'm traveling, I don't want to carry too much with me and I still want to get good photos and good videos. So for me, the A7III has been the best of both worlds. And now hearing about these new specs coming out on the A7IV, I'm really getting excited for this camera. So let's talk a little bit about the things that we know so far. The first thing we know is that this camera will have a new, most likely brand new sensor of about 30 or 32 megapixels, which is about a 6 megapixel increase from the original A7III. I really welcome this new sensor. It'll be nice to have those extra 6 megapixels. With this new sensor, I would like to see better low light performance, at least better than the A7III. Rumors also mention that the A7IV will shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. It won't shoot at 120 frames per second. That's just not going to happen because the A7S III has that, and I don't think Sony would want the A7IV to compete with the A7S III. But 4K 60 frames per second is really good. You'll still get 120 frames per second in 1080p, hopefully 240 frames per second at 1080p. That'll be a very nice addition. We still don't know whether this camera is going to be 8-bit or 10-bit 422, but we're really crossing our fingers to get 10-bit 422. It would be so good. If they do include 10-bit 422, be prepared to spend a little bit more on those memory cards because they most likely will include a CF Express slot, which means more expensive memory cards. We don't have much information about the screen, but we do know that it might be most likely 90%, I think, hopefully a flip out screen. And I think this should just be standard moving forward on all cameras. They also say that the A7IV will have the A7III's menus, which will be a really great addition. It will also be nice if those menus were completely touchscreen and not just tap to focus like the A7III, but we'll wait and see what happens. The A7IV will also have a slightly upgraded EVF at 3.69 million dot, which would be a nice addition. And I also hope that they do improve on the IBIS and give us better image stabilization. Maybe if it's not as close as what the A7S III has, at least something better than the current IBIS on the A7III. So how much will the A7IV cost? Well, Sony Alpha Rumors says that it will be costing about $24.99 or something like that in the $2,500 mark, which I think is a very decent price for a full frame mirrorless camera. The good thing about the A7 series, in my opinion, is that Sony has made it relatively easy for people to get into the full frame mirrorless systems. So this camera will be great if you're a hybrid shooter. If you want to just carry one camera that can do photo and video very well, this might be the camera for you. And as someone who's been using the A7III for a couple of years now, I think the A7IV will be a really great addition to my arsenal. And I've been using the A7III for a couple of years now, and I really enjoy it. The quality of the video and the photos is just great. So I'm really excited to see what the A7IV will bring us. So let me know in the comments below what features you hope to see on the A7IV. So that's it for me today. It's a short one. I just wanted to geek out with you about the A7IV. So if you're into filmmaking, photography, video editing, and all that good stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button to be in the know of other future content that I'll be creating. And that's it for today, guys. Until next time.